Okay, back again. Boy, really getting better and better. More controlling. So anyway, it is working. I mean, I am smoking. I've officially less today than yesterday, so it's forward progress. Another free cigarette into the glass. Yeah, I didn't do too well the last time, though. Obviously, I had 2 extra cigarettes and used them up. Anyway, I will go on a different subject this time than cigarettes. But it'd be nice if they had some kind of, instead of a negative incentive to quit, they ought to give people a positive incentive. Like the government ought to hire some, the Swedish bikini team or something and say, everybody quits smoking, gets a free blowjob or something. Give people an incentive, something to work for, some kind of positive thing. Quit smoking and you get a reward. Not, here's an incentive just because it's going to save you some fucking money that you shouldn't be wasting in the first place, but you don't gain anything. All you're gaining is not losing. That sucks. Because it's bad enough losing the cigarettes, because you're going to miss them. I know I'm going to miss them. I know it's going to irritate me, and it's just going to suck. But anyway, back to business. Alright, so one of these anarchists, I'll post this video as a reply. He's one of the different ones, he's the one of the anarcho-commie kind, let's all have a nice little community, we'll work together kind of idea. But it's the same kind of rhetoric, it's the same kind of, I just love this stuff. It's, not about rules, getting rid of rules, it's about getting rid of rulers, I mean, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's just stupid. We're not living under a dictatorship, and no matter where you are, there's going to be rules. And look, even your stupid cooperative little world, what's going to happen? Let's say you're being a nice guy and you're working together and all that crap. So you're the guy that goes out and fills in the potholes in the road. And there's some asshole who's got a 400-ton truck and he keeps riding down your fucking road and ripping it to pieces so he can make more money. And so he's making 5 times as much money as you. He's ripping your road to pieces. You have to do all this work to put the stuff back in the road again. How are you going to stop him without rules? I mean, how are you going to impose a non-imposing rule? Fairness isn't easy. It has to restrain somebody. It has to restrict somebody. It has to be by force. You cannot have laws that you cannot enforce. They are meaningless without enforcement. It just makes no fucking sense. It is so idiotic. And for somebody to have, whatever you want to call it, communist leanings or socialist leanings, to be for anarchy is just so lame. I mean, where's your example of where that would ever happen? Where in human history has it worked out that way? It just doesn't. I mean, you can find a tribe here or there of 300, they're all inbred and everything else, and all the non-participant, the ones who don't want to play by the rules, all leave the tribe because there's a place to go. But we don't live there anymore. It's like the Old West. The Old West kind of worked. Even America in the beginning kind of worked because there was always some place for you to go. You didn't like the fucking rules. You didn't like the way the system was. You had a place to go. You go be a mountain man. You got choices. We're running out of choices. There just isn't. There isn't the fucking land or the territory or anything else. So it's not. We're stuck with each other. You can't run away from each other. You can't go somewhere without stepping on somebody else's toes. And you haven't explained how you're going to get to this idiotic world. How do you get there? We live now in a world with 6 billion people. You tell me what 5 billion are going, or what 5.9 billion are going. Because you're not going to have an economy that's going to be as productive as the one we have now under your stupid system. So you're not going to be able to feed the world. You're not going to be able to feed the people in this country alone. Because you're not going to have, there's not going to be the infrastructure. It's not going to exist. It's going to be a backward life. You can't go forward into the future under anarchy. The only way forward into the future where there's technology and advancement is with rules. There has to be structure. There has to be, it just isn't going to work. And anarchy is chaos. You can't keep playing this stupid game saying it's not chaos. It is chaos. It is the definition of chaos. No rules is chaos, and it is no rules. It's not about no rulers. It's about no rules. It's just, there's no what rule, who's going to make your laws, who's going to enforce your laws. And if this is going to be a hired company that's going to do that, well, then you just call it what it is. It'd just be different mafias, and you can just exterminate each other in no time at all. I mean, just, oh, this is so impractical. I mean, if I was to predict something crazy, I mean, this is like crazier than Ronald Reagan getting elected. I mean, I would have never predicted that in the 70s. You know, oh yeah, 1980 we're going to, you know, elect a bad movie actor president of the United States. I mean, no one saw that coming. But who? I mean, how could somebody see this coming? I mean, you got these anarchy people on two opposite ends of the extremes, and it's just crazy. It's silly. It's just silly. I just don't understand how, what, where. You have no blueprint. You have nothing to offer. You have no blueprint of how we even get to this world, and then you have no description of how the day-to-day life is ever going to, how it's even going to take place. Who's going to have the skills? How are you going to exchange the skills? How are you going to pass on the skills? You got to create this whole, you know, we're going to go, it'd be back to the simplicity. It'd be back to blacksmiths, and if you're the son of the blacksmith, you're a blacksmith. It'd be just this society that just locks people into a dead-end life, because you're going to be vulnerable to everything and anything. You know, I mean, even medicine. How the hell are you going to do medicine without the infrastructure? Everybody's going to want it. And if you're a fucking doctor, your little town community doctor, what if he's working in another town when your wife dies? It's going to piss you off. And so the next doctor shows up, you're going to sure as hell lock him down, aren't you? You're going to have him in chains, man. He's not going no place. You know, and that's how people are going to behave. People are going to want everything. They're going to want to protect their shit. And as I said, as soon as we start building shields, the shields turn into weapons. It's just a human nature. And you got to have rules. You got to have, you know, rules that you can enforce, not rules that you just put there for the fun of it. You know, real ones that force people to exercise discipline and restraint, because they will not be disciplined and restrained on their own. That is just bullshit. Okay, I guess that's all. I mean, really don't need to go on and on about it. Okay, so a shorter video for a change. Yeah, I was surprised some of these have gotten a little long. Go till, you know, probably an hour and a half from now.